So, Roller Robbie.
Hello.
We all need something to smile about tonight.
Yes. We do.
And we've got that the form of Gags of the Week. Here we go. Thank you to Maud, who said, I sent my girlfriend a huge pile of snow.
Oh, ooh.
And I phoned her up and I said, did you get my drift? And in this hotel foyer, there were a group of chess enthusiasts.
Was there?
Yeah, they checked into this hotel. They were all in the foyer, hanging around. And they're all bragging about how good they were at playing chess, getting a bit rowdy. And after an hour or so, the manager came out and he said, could you please leave? And they said, well, why? He said, I just can't stand chestnuts boasting in their open foyer.
Boom, boom. Rupert says, what country in the world are you guaranteed to get a square meal?
I don't know.
Cuba.
Thank you, Trish. What do cats like to eat for breakfast?
I don't know. What do they like to eat?
Nice Krispies.
Oh, dear.
What?
How many honest, intelligent, caring, compassionate men does it take to do the dishes?
I don't know.
Both of them? Really?
Oh, thank you, Jimmy. He said, I went to see my doctor today and I said, I've got something wrong with my eyes.
Oh.
So I keep seeing little green men.
Oh.
And he said, have you seen an optician? And I said, no, just little green men. And I went to my doctor. I said, Doc, I've got a problem with my left ear.
Left ear?
And he said, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I'm definite.
Very good. An old cowboy walked into the barber shop for a shave and a haircut, and he told the barber he can't get all his whiskers off because his cheeks are wrinkled from age, so he can't get to the whiskers.
Okay.
So the barber gets a little wooden ball from a cup on the shelf and tells the old cowboy to put it inside his cheek to spread out the skin.
Okay.
When he's finished, the old cowboy tells the barber that was the cleanest shave he's had in years.
Yes.
But he wanted to know what would happen if he swallowed the little ball.
Uh-huh.
Well, the barber said, just bring it back in a couple of days like everyone else does. Thank you, Lee.
His dog went into a post office, said Annette, wanted to send a telegram to his friend. And the postmaster said, what's the message? And the dog said, woof, woof. And the postmaster said, well, you can have 3 words for the same price as 2. Do you want to say woof, woof, woof? And the dog said, no, don't be silly, that wouldn't make sense. JG said, what do you call a chameleon who can't change colour?
I don't know. What?
A reptile dysfunction.
Oh. A homeowner was delighted with the job the painter had done on his house.
Yes.
He said, you did such a great job, he said as he handed the man his money. There's an extra £80 in there to take the wife out to dinner and a film. Late that night, the doorbell rang. Ding dong. Opened the door, and there's the painter standing on the porch. What's the matter? He said. Did you forget something? No, he said. I'm just here to take your wife out to dinner and a film, like you said.
Graham said, unfortunately, my wife left me because of my obsession with pasta.
Oh.
Now I'm cannelloni. And last night I had a dream about a street market in Marrakesh.
Did you?
Yeah, they only sell custard, jelly and fruit. It was a trifle bizarre.
Dear. I say.
Yes.
Why do ducks have webbed feet?
I don't know.
To put out fires. I say.
What?
To put out fires.
Yes.
Why do elephants have flat feet?
I don't know.
To put out burning ducks.
Chaz said, why do Nick and Robbie get on so well when they're on the air?
I don't know. Why is that?
Because we're on the same wavelength.
Oh, very good.
But I recently got enslaved by a dolphin.
Oh.
It's hard work, but at least I serve a porpoise. And this is one from Hutch. When I see a lover's name carved into a tree, I don't think that's cute. I just think, isn't it strange how many people take knives on a date?
That's a bit worrying, that. Yes. Sharper than the average.
Welcome, Tommy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You're on.
Do you know what?
What?
Have you ever noticed when the doorbell rings, the dog's the first one at the door, but it's never for him? I'm a bit worried about my son, you know. Yeah, I caught him yesterday, and he was chewing on electrical wires. So I grounded him.
Yes.
And he's currently doing better. and conducted himself properly now. Oh dear. And I went to the swimming pool for a dip.
Yes.
I went to the swimming pool and I was just taking a dip in the swimming pool, and the lifeguard shouted, "Oi, what have you got in your hand?" I said, "Humus." Humus. Do you get it? A dip in the swimming pool? There he has. Oh dear.
I don't know where that was going.
I so did I for a minute. Oh dear. I've done my son, haven't I? Yeah. And I went to the doctors.
Yes.
Because you went to the doctors. You barged in before me, I noticed. And he said, "Tom, what can I do for you today?"
Yes.
I said, "Well, Doc, I've swallowed a golf ball." He says, "They are." I went, "Ah."
Yes.
"Oh dear," he said, "it's gone down a fair way." I said, "Not only that, Doc,
Yes.
I keep seeing into the future." He said, "When did that start?" I said, "Next Tuesday." Hey, Maud. Oh, dear. Do you know what? My teeth are half itch. I do, you know.
Scratch.
And my wife,
Yes.
she was moaning and groaning about me spending so much time in the pub.
Yes.
So one night, I took her along with me, and I said, "What do you want to drink?"
Yes.
She said, "I don't know. I'll have the same as you, I suppose."
Yes.
So I ordered a couple of scotches, and I drank mine in one gulp like that.
Yes.
And she watched me, and she took a sip from the whiskey, and immediately went, "Ugh, ugh." She said, "That's nasty." She said, "How could you drink this stuff?" I said, "Well, there you are. All this time you thought I was enjoying myself every night." Ah, dear. And it was our anniversary,
Yes.
me and the wife's.
Yes.
And I said, "Do you realise, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
I had a cheap flat and a cheap car. I slept on the sofa. I watched a tiny TV, but I got to spend my nights with a hot, sexy 21-year-old. But now, I have a nice house, a nice car, a big bed, and a widescreen TV. And I spend my nights with a 51-year-old who's not as hot and sexy as she once was. Can you try a little bit harder, my little chicken feather?" She said, "I'll tell you what, Tom. I'll tell you what." She said, "You go out and find yourself a hot, sexy 21-year-old, and I'll make sure that you once again live in a cheap flat, drive a cheap car, sleep on a couch, and watch a small TV." Oh dear. And she's not talking to me anymore. I don't know why. I don't know. And finally, though, what did the fisherman say to the magician?
I don't know what it is.
"Pick a cod, any cod." And what do fish sing to each other?
I don't know.
"Salmon chanted evening." And I can't make the decision, you know.
What?
I just can't decide still
What?
if I like roses
Yes.
on my piano.
No, you can't.
I can't decide.
On the BBC Sounds app.